Hey, fourth grade trumpets. Hope you guys are doing well today. All right, welcome to your third digital band lesson. All right, guys, today we're going to start out, as always, with our mouthpiece. So go ahead and get out your mouthpiece. We're going to start with our buzzing. Here we go. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure we're doing some good sirens up and down. Good, and now let's do some tonguing. It's like tut 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 tut. You might have a few drips out of your mouthpiece. That's normal. Awesome. Cool. Nice job, guys. Always start with your mouthpiece. Whether or not you're watching this video and practicing at home, it doesn't matter. Always start with that mouthpiece. Open up your case. Just take out the mouthpiece. Buzz first. It's just warming up all these muscles in your face, your embouchure muscles. It's just like stretching before you go run a mile. All right? So important to do. Awesome. All right, go ahead and put your mouthpiece right in your mouthpiece receiver. Give it a little twist. Let's check our grip. Thumb, fingers here. This is my left hand. My right hand. Thumb goes right in between the first and the second valves. It's just going to sit right in there. All right, fingers on top. 1, 2, 3. Pinky rests on top. Good. Make sure we have a nice rounded hand position for our right hand. Our fingers want to hit the top of these valves. All right, the tips of our fingers on the top. Don't roll them down. Keep them rolled up, tips, just like this. Awesome. Cool. Pinky sits here. All right, awesome, guys. So today we're going to start out with our long tone warm-up. So long tone just means holding out the notes. So let's start with our E that we've learned so far. E, first and second valve down. All right, we're going to hold out that note. Here we go. Play with me, please. 2. Ready. Good. Now let's play our D. First and third valves down. First and third. And D. Good. And our C. No valves. Open. Good job. All right, guys, so today we're going to start out with page 6 in your book. Let's start out with some review. All right, just because this is our virtual lesson. If you were in a real lesson, I would always review the stuff that you practiced the week before first. That's what we would start with, just going through a few of those, just to confirm that it still sounded good and that you did work on it. All right, and then we would go to the new material. So because I don't actually get to see you in person, sadly, we're going to still do the same thing we would do as if it were a normal lesson. So page 6, let's do number 1.10, Rhythm Rendezvous. Hopefully you practiced this one a bunch. This one was challenging. All right, let's play straight through that one. All right, if you're having trouble with it at all, that means maybe just pause this video, go back to last week's video, work on it a few more times, work on those songs from page 6 a few more times. Just get really solid with the E, the D, and the C. All right, before you move on to page 7, okay? All right, let's play number 1.10 together. We're not going to airband it because hopefully you've been practicing it a bunch and you feel comfortable with it. Here we go, number 1.10 starting on our C. All right, let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, and rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Awesome. Good job, guys. I think I'm going to go this way. You can see my fingers better. All right, awesome. So now it's time for us to go on to our new page. So let's look over at page 7. All right, we're going to start right at number 1.11, Going Places. All right, so before we get to that one, though, look at the top of page 7 and notice that it talks about half notes and whole notes. And then it says half rests and whole rests. So we've done a lot so far with whole notes and whole rests. So whole note gets how many beats? 4. Okay. Whole rest gets how many beats? Also 4. Okay, so now you take a whole note, all right, and you cut it in half. So 4 beats for a whole note. You cut that in half, you get 2 beats. So a half note is just half of a whole note. So it gets 2 beats because you cut those in half. Okay. Notice what a whole or a half note looks like. So it is empty inside, but it has a line going up or going down. It doesn't matter if it's going up or down. For trumpet, your half notes right now are always going to just, the lines are going to go up. All right, so they look like whole notes, except they have that line going up from them, okay? Those get 2 beats, all right? Versus the whole note that's just empty inside with no line going up or down. That gets 4 beats. Okay, let's look down at number 1.11, going places. So we start out with 2 half notes. 2 half notes, right? And then after those 2 half notes, we have a rest. Now, this rest, it is called a half rest. Notice that it just takes up half of the measure, and then next to it is another half note. All right, so a half rest, just like a half note, gets also 2 beats. Okay, awesome. The other way to notice the difference between a half note and a half rest and a whole rest is a half rest. If you look at it really carefully, look at the half rest. So like look at the top of the page where it says half rests and whole rests. Right up here. All right, my book is like backwards for you right now. But look up here at the top. So we have this part that says half rest. A half rest is actually sitting up above the line that it's on, right? So if you were to cut out the lines on either side and just leave a tiny bit of a line, it would kind of look like a hat, right? So a half rest looks like a hat. A whole rest, it's sitting underneath the line that it's on. So if you were to walk along the line that the whole rest is on, you would fall into that hole. So just remember, a half rest looks like a hat. A whole rest looks like a hole in the ground. All right? Half rest gets 2 beats. Whole rest gets 4 beats. Okay, so look at 1.11, going places. Let's take a look at the beginning, and we're going to first airband it. So say the name with me, and let's put our fingers down. So at the very, very beginning, it is a half note, and it is a C, because remember, it is a circle, and it's underneath the staff, and it has that line going through it, through the center of it. That always means it's a C when it looks like that. Okay, so airband it with me. Put your fingers down as we say the notes. Here we go. Say it with me. Ready? And C, C, 1, 2, E, D, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, 1, 2, D, C, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Notice there are 2 whole notes in that whole song. Only 2. I want you to notice where they are. The rest of them are half notes or the rests, okay? All right, guys, let's take a look at the very beginning and let's try playing it together. So before we play it, check your posture. Feet flat on the ground, sitting up nice and tall, away from the back of our chair. All right, left hand's holding the trumpet, right hand. Check those fingers, thumb right in between first and the second valve casings. Fingers on top, 1, 2, 3, pinky is rested. All right, here we go. We're not puffing our cheeks. We're going to tongue every single note, starting on our C. Beginning, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2. Rest. 2, look ahead, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Cool. So guys, if you I would pause the video, back it up, play that song again with me, all right? Repetition is key, but it has to be correct, all right? If you're repeating yourself, but repeating it wrong, then you're just gonna build bad habits. So make sure that you're playing the same notes as I am. We're holding it for the same number of beats, all right? And we're playing it with the correct fingerings. We're not puffing our cheeks. Our hand is on our trumpet correctly, all right? That's all so important to check all the time. Okay, let's look down at the next one, 1.12 countdown. Okay, so in that box above the song, it says this Italian word, fermata. All right, so a fermata, it kind of looks like an eagle's eye, right? It has a dot and has a line over the top of it. All right, then the words next to it say, when playing on your own, hold a note with a fermata longer than its assigned value. So that just means when we play a fermata note, we're going to hold the note longer than we usually would. So at 1.12 countdown, look through the whole song and find where the fermata is at the very end. Okay, it's above that whole note. Now, normally, how many beats does a whole note get? 4. So we would normally hold it for 4, but because it has a fermata, we're going to hold it for like 5 or 6. All right, you actually could even hold it for 8 or 9 if you wanted to. You can pick how many beats you hold it for. All right, so I'm going to hold it this time for, let's do it for 6 beats. All right, so let's start at the beginning. We're going to air band it first, and then we're going to play it. Here we go. So right on our C. 1, 2, ready, and C, C. 1, 2, D, D, E, C. 1, 2, E, E, D, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, E, rest, rest, C. Awesome. Pretty much, if you run out of air, then obviously you have to stop. You could hold it out as long as you possibly can. That's okay too, all right? You get to pick how long you hold it for. All right, here we go. Let's play this one together. Countdown from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Awesome. Nice job with that fermata. Okay, guys, I would pause the video, back it up, play that one again with me, all right? Repetition, like I said. Okay, go down to the next blue box when you're ready. All right, so this one says repeat sign. Repeat sign. So do you notice how in the staff, you've got 2 dots right at the end of the song. So right next to that final bar line, you've got 2 dots. That is called a repeat sign. So it says there, a repeat sign is a final bar line with 2 dots. Without stopping, go back to the beginning and play the music for a second time. All right, so I kind of like to think about a repeat sign as like one of those video games where you're like running along, and I think they do it in Sonic, but there's probably other ones too. But you're running along, and then all of a sudden, there's like some barrier that's blocking you, and it's got like these rubber band things on them that bounce you back. So you run into the wall, boom, and it bounces you back. All right, and then you run again, and you have to jump over it, right, in the game. But anyway, so you're running along, and you hit a repeat sign, and it bounces you all the way back. And then you have to play it again, all right, all the way to the end. So we are going to play Turn Around, number 1.13, and notice at the very end, it's got that repeat sign. So we're going to jump, and as soon as we get to the end of that C, the last note in the line, we're going to jump all the way back to the beginning and play it again. All right, first let's airband it, but we're only going to airband it one time, all right? And then we'll play it. Here we go, beginning of Turn Around. I'm going to say the first measure with you, and then I'm going to stop talking so that you can say it. I want you to say the notes at home, all right, as we go through it. I'm still going to do my valves, but I'm hoping that you're going to say them for me, all right? Here we go. We got to make sure we're noticing which notes are which. E's, D's, and C's. Those are the 3 options. Here we go, beginning. starting on our E. 2, ready, and E, 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 E. Rest, rest. 3, 4. Good. And that's the repeat sign. All right, let's try playing this together, starting on our E. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Rest, rest. Repeat. Rest, rest. Awesome job, guys. Once again, pause the video, back it up, play it again with me. All right, playing these multiple times is so, so valuable. All right, finally, number 1.14, Cross Buns. You guys have been waiting so long to actually have this song in your music, on the musical staff. You've played it so many times without actually having it written out like this. So we are finally there, ready to play this. Okay, let's airband it one time through first, and then we're gonna play it. Here we go, Cross Buns from the beginning. 2, ready, and 1. Sorry, let's do that one more time. I want you to say them. I'm gonna still do my fingerings, but you say the names of the notes. Here we go. Check out what notes we have. 2, beginning, and. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Good. Let's play it, and we're going to take that repeat at the end. Here we go, from the beginning. 2 on the E, ready, and. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, repeat. Rest, rest. Tonguing in. Rest, rest. Awesome job, guys. Okay, so this week, work on those 4 songs that are on page 7. All right, really, really noticing the differences between the E's, the D's, and the C's. We have to be able to see those notes in our music, know what our fingers do, and know what the name of the note is. Okay, just so you guys know, starting next week, these videos are going to be posted on Monday mornings. All right, so from now on, we're going to change our lesson day. It's not going to be Tuesday anymore. It's going to be Monday. All right, Monday morning, they will be posted, ready for you to start practicing. All right, so happy practicing this week, and I'll see you next week on Monday. Thanks, guys. Bye. Have a great week.